Let's spend just a little bit of time talking about the 5 hidden powers of questions. Now, I'm going to give you all 5 as we go through this session, and we're going to really dig down deep into each one of these. So you're walking away with some rock solid options that they create freedom. And the more choices we have, the more opportunities that we can uncover. Now, when I talk about the hidden power of questions, what exactly does that even mean? You see, motivation to do something different, it comes from thought. It's recognizing what we have right now and maybe thinking about what we would like to be different. Now, we're going to dig more into that as we go on in this session. But let's start right there. Motivation comes from thought. And when we start asking good questions, here's exactly what's happening. We're letting someone challenge for themselves what it is they have and inviting them to figure out, would you like something to be different? Good questions, here's what they do. I like to use the analogy of a game of chess. Now, we've all played the game of chess. Maybe you haven't. Here's the deal. The most powerful piece on a chessboard is the queen, right? The queen can move in any direction, as many spaces as she wants. And we think about asking good questions. Here's the analogy that I like to draw. Would you rather be the most powerful piece on the board, or would you rather be the hand that moves the pieces? Let me give that to you one more time. Would you rather be the most powerful piece on the board or the hand that moves the pieces? See, there's power and then there's real power. That's kind of interesting when we think about it that way, isn't it? See, good salespeople, they have good answers. Great salespeople have great questions. So which one do you want to be? Amateur salespeople, here's what that looks like. They feel the need to control the conversation, right? They're hoping, I guess, to get enough good stuff out there. Enough information. Hopefully, they're going to say something that's going to snag a piece of your attention and make you interested. Now, we're going to dig more into that later, but let's think about that. They're going to say something to make you interested. Trying to make somebody interested, it's like forcing someone to have fun. It's just not going to happen. We can almost sense a amateur salesperson from far away, can't we? If they do ask questions, we can almost feel that by answering that question, it's identifying us as a prospect. It feels like a trap, doesn't it? It can get very easy to get caught up in this idea of being interesting versus interested. Now, as we go through this course, Power, asking questions that open doors and create opportunities, we're going to dig into some specific things that you can say. But for right now, let's start with a 30,000-foot view and talk about some of the hidden powers that questions have. All right. Now, there's 5 of them. Is this the be-all, end-all list? Absolutely not. But in the last 15 plus years, these are the 5 hidden powers that I've seen whenever I have a chance to work with somebody one-on-one, or when I'm in a selling situation and I'm sitting across the desk from a good fit prospect. Now, here's the first one: control. Good questions will put you in charge of the conversation. Have you ever noticed this in any interaction? There's always one person that's reacting a little bit more than the other. If I introduce a topic, if you ask a question and you introduce a topic, let's say we're going to talk about apples. You're determining the topic. We can talk about anything you like, what color they are, what they taste like, the different varieties, where you can buy them. But here's what literally just happened. We're still talking about apples. And what we're going to do is we're going to start creating situations where the logistics are more in your favor. One of the things that happens all the time is we say, I'd love to ask more questions, Bob, but tell you the truth, I don't know what to say. Or here's a big one. I don't want to ask the kinds of questions that feel manipulative. I don't want to ask the kinds of questions where somebody feels like if they answer it, that we just caught them. Good. We're not even going to coach to that. What you and I are going to be coaching to are giving you some alternatives on how to introduce a subject, how to bring up a topic and invite people to join in on the conversation as it relates to them. So the first hidden power of a question is it gives you control over what it is that we're going to be talking about.